Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in, my lovelies. If you're an old one, welcome back, my friends. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. They are highly and truly appreciated. And thank you for your emails. Emails of confirmation, emails just sharing your stories, and emails requesting bookings. My bookings are open. Please be aware there is a 48-hour to 72-hour turnaround time, and if you are looking for a faster turnaround time, I do offer emergency readings, and you will get that reading within 12 to 24 hours. There is also someone still going through the comment section here and there, pretending to be me, pretending to be a pastor, pretending to be a friend. If they say WhatsApp me or try to solicit anything from you, it's not me, they're not a friend. Please just block and report them kindly. Now, please remember that energy is fluid, which means I can be picking up on the past, the present, or the future. You have to take what resonates and leave the rest. And if I say he, she, feminine or masculine, we hold all of those energies, okay? So use your discernment on whether that is about you, someone that you're thinking of, another light one, or your divine counterpart. Now let's get into this. Now, for some reason, I'm getting like, it's like a song from, it's not the 40s, but it's based on like this British program called Dad's Army. And Dad's Army looked at, it was kind of like based in the Second World War. And it revolves around a load of people who have been used as reserves for the Second World War. So they're really old people or really young people, people that don't have, they don't actually have any experience in war or training. And it's a comedy, so it's all about the silliness that happens. And I've got like a little bit of the tune coming through. Now I've got Ruby and Snowflake Obsidian. Now I was encouraged quite forcibly by my guides and by your guides to take this out, because I actually tried taking out a different deck and they blurred my camera, and it wasn't until I picked this one out that they actually brought the focus back. So with Ruby, when I look at this, I don't know all of the different qualities of each crystal and things like that. What I do know about Obsidian is it's extremely grounding, extremely grounding. Now you have Obsidian, you have Snowflake Obsidian, you have many different ones, but I know from Obsidian this is about grounding, it's about removing negativity. Now linking that into the song that was coming through for Dad's Army, and if you're not aware of it, I'm going to put a link to Dad's Army underneath in the description box so you can watch it if you want to, or a small clip. It's very old British humour. There's something here about if someone is getting too stressed out, or if someone is feeling like something's too overwhelming, that they need to go back to things that they used to watch when they were young, or they need to watch things that, you know, lift their vibrations. Something that's going to make you not forget, but kind of encapsulate you in a timeline that was really uplifting or fun for you, if that makes sense. Now Ruby as well is very much to do with the root chakra. It's a very the thing is as well, this is coming through with grounding, because the root chakra is about your safety and stability. Rubies are seen as, you know, very expensive jewels, but when you look at it as an actual crystal, as a semi-precious stone, and you link that to your root chakra. And I heard it's linked to someone's birthday, so this may be for specifically someone whose birthstone is a ruby or an obsidian. There's something here about protecting your root chakra, okay, but protecting it through laughter and things that make you laugh, because you've also got amulet stone, the thunder eggs. I have never heard of that. Someone may need to make an amulet out of those stones, okay. Let's see what wants to come out. I've still got this song just going through my head. And you've also got red jasper. So this is all to do with your root space, protecting the root space. Anything else? Anything else? Which one? This one. And you've got citrine. So that's your root and your solar plexus. Because no, sorry, it's not your solar plexus, that's your sacral chakra. Solar or sacral? Solar. Okay, so you've got roots. So it's really like the first three chakras. It's all about grounding, about your foundations. Okay, and you've also got I can never say this, rhodochrosite, which is your heart space. And look, rose quartz upside down. Someone is projecting something. They're projecting something to either make you worried or make you feel ungrounded. okay? Because you've got these two in opposition, and they're both to do with your heart space. Now, you have to remember, like, this is my experience of when it comes to our energy centers. You have each one of your energy centers. It's not flat. It's not just stuck inside of you, if that makes sense. It's three-dimensional, or maybe even it's got all other dimensions. But you have got an opening at the front and at the back. And my understanding and my experience is that the front is about how you you kind of give, if that makes sense, and the back is how you receive. So you have got here, you know, giving at the front, very, very open, but at the back there's something here about how someone receives unconditional love, compliments, how someone receives. Because the thing is, it's sticking with me, compliments. There's something here about someone's capabilities in how they carry burdens, especially with looking at the root space or root chakra, and then your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, because these are the places of, you know, identity, comfort, safety, but also to do with like family, family expectations, success, motivation. And then again, that, you know, your solar plexus is the place that you find laughter, that you look through a child's eyes, and how you go forward with pleasure and fun, and, you know, not taking yourself so seriously. So these are all the lower chakras, all the way up to the heart space. But someone here, or someone is projecting, they're either projecting angst or worry or unworthiness onto somebody who already finds it, or may find it, difficult to receive compliments. And I heard, where does that lie? Or where did that come from? Okay, so that could be you. That could be the person you're thinking of. That could be another light person. Or it could be your divine counterpart. Now, you've got crocoit here. Okay, now I do not know I do not know about this crystal, but I do know that with it being orange, this is your sacral. So I'm going to put it this way, because you've got all three for the lower, and then you have your heart space, okay, and kyanite. Now, I do know that with kyanite, this one especially, and I've heard this before, and I've only seen one person who's actually been able to do this, which I thought was amazing at the time when I was first learning about spirituality and was really into crystals and things like that. Kyanite, it's water soluble. Okay, so it can actually break apart into pieces if your hand's sweaty. If you were to put this into water, it would just, you know, it would turn into dust. However, kyanite is extremely good at connecting you to the ethers, especially with this being blue. The blue kyanite is very, very good for communication. Black kyanite is extremely good for protection. And I remember having a piece of kyanite, and my friend who, my friend's partner at the time, and this is going back 20 years ago, who was a little bit spiritual, a little bit into that, but not something that he'd really looked into. He was like, oh, let me have a look. And he took it from my hand and held it, and he said, why is this so cold? And it was icy cold. And I said, you do know that if it goes cold in your hand, it means that you have an extremely strong connection to angels. Because at the time, I would hold it and it would vibrate in my hand, but it wouldn't go icy. There's something here about someone, that's it. Someone's trying to project worry about how you are protected. Because with kyanite being upside down, this is how you connect to your guides. This is how you connect to your I am presence, and it's how you connect to your guardian angels as well. Okay, and someone's trying to block that. There's something here about trying to block it. And look there, you've got quartz, okay, and it says rutilated quartz. Now, quartz is a magnifier. It's one of those crystals that, you know, if you decide that you wanted to have rose quartz all around your bath, you know, because you wanted to have a really nice pampering time and have all those vibrations of love, and you put some quartz, just some clear quartz in your bath, that's going to magnify it times however much you want. Now, with it being upside down, someone's purposely trying to block your heart space in how you receive not only unconditional love but messages. Because for me, and the way that I understand it, is that your intuition isn't just something that you get as a download from your, you know, your head or your crown chakra, but it's also how your body reacts to certain energies. And like, for example, when you walk into a room and you know that someone's been arguing or something's happened, and you always hear that quote of, oh my gosh, I can cut the tension like with a knife. And you could walk in and one person's over here and the other person's left already. That is because we have over 40,000 neurons in our heart, the same neurons that we have in our brain, okay? And there's something here with receiving that information in your heart space that is then sent to your brain. And remember, I'm not, you know, I am not a doctor. I do not have any, I have absolutely no training in that whatsoever. This is my belief, okay? So take what resonates. However, someone here is trying to block the way that you communicate, how your heart chakra actually communicates with your other chakras, okay? And how, because someone here is, I don't know if someone here is worried about their abundance or about their finances. And I heard, but what's next? How do I expand this? Because the thing is, when I was first setting up for this reading, I looked at my phone and it had 1333 on it. Okay, so this is about expansion. And you've got a lovely green here, which is to do as well with your heart chakra. Someone needs to make sure they're taking daily walks. Now let me find out what else needs to come out. Can I take this one now? Yes or no? Okay, let's have a look. And it says, fear nothing. Fear nothing. Someone is purposely projecting fear or insecurities. And it's quite interesting because before I came on here, I was looking at a post and it was to do with somebody who was constantly giving advice to their friend, or someone would constantly come to them just to emotionally unload onto them, and would not say whether they wanted advice or they just wanted a listening ear. And any advice that was given, the reaction was very much an angry, defensive reaction. And then there would be an argument, and then that person would go off, and then they'd come back again and do the same thing. And it was talking about, you know, when we are a little bit younger, we do lead by fear, and we are easily guided by others. And it's very difficult when somebody is very open with you about what they see as being one of your wounds, okay? Because then we have to take accountability for that wound. And here it says fear nothing. And then on the other side, it says when organizing like for like, and it's upside down. Now, I don't know if someone has a heart issue, if someone's had a heart attack, if someone has emphysema, but I am getting a lot to do with the 6th house, because this one reminds me of Virgo, okay, which is your 6th house, which is to do with fitness. It's to do with routine. It's to do with health as well. And with it upside down, someone's definitely trying to make a light one feel disorganized, or like things are just too overwhelming. And by doing so, they're also, while they're doing that, they're sending something around the corner, like a sneak attack, to block a person's connection to their divine, to the cosmos, and how they actually gain information. Because if we sit in fear or lead with fear, it blocks our intuition, it blocks our heart space, you know, because it says here, take care of yourself, and it's in reverse. Someone's purposely hoping that they can affect someone's mental health. Now, please remember that I am not a mental health worker. I am not a therapist. I'm not licensed in that way in any way, shape or form. These are just the messages that are coming through. And if you do feel like your mental health is struggling in any way, please do reach out to one of those appropriate services before taking any advice from me. But with that being said, look, fear nothing is coming through again. This is also letting you know that even if someone is trying to do this, don't fear it. See it for what it is. Okay, because I had a bullshit detector. Because here again, the sacral chakra. You've got here the solar plexus. Someone's doing way too much. Someone is working too hard, or someone is trying to appease others and putting them first, okay? And there's no judgment there, because it can happen. If you do have a busy household, if you do have a lot of work commitments, or commitments full stop, we can get used to just going through that motion of, I have to get this, this and this done before I can even look at myself. But there is this encouragement, especially with take care of yourself upside down, that someone is trying to exasperate any stresses or burdens that you already feel that you have or that you're experiencing. So be aware of that, okay? Because here we got go out on a limb. Go out. Someone's done this too, and it says you will get, look, you will get through this. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, especially if there is somebody that is trying to stir the pot, or make whatever it is that you're going through 10 times worse, especially with that magnifying glass of the, you know, rutilated quartz. Be aware that you will get through this, and this is the solar plexus. So even though someone is trying to exasperate your solar plexus, you're being told that the energy in that energy center is stronger than what that person's trying to send, because they're projecting the wounds that they have. That's what they're using. I heard harnessing that power. Go out on a limb. Someone here, and especially this is giving me 4th house, especially with that tree on there. Someone here is trying to rock your proverbial boat, especially when it comes to home life, foundations, paying bills. When you think of the mundane things like that, you know, like paying your bills, you know, making food, dinner, you know, some people might prep in advance and batch cook and things like that. It's the little things that we do on a daily basis that become an automatic habit that we just do. And then end up not having enough time for ourselves. There's something here about them trying to do it to the point where you have no time for yourself, okay? And look what's underneath, because we were just talking about kyanite. You're being encouraged, you or the person you're thinking of, or another light one, your divine counterpart, are being encouraged, strongly encouraged to call on your angels. That's if it resonates and you work with angels. If you do not work with angels and you work with other higher resonance energy beings, you're being asked to call on them, okay? And I heard for guidance and for support. And I heard especially when you sleep, because you've got here, think new, see fresh. Definitely call on them when you are feeling exhausted or when you're feeling lack of motivation. And there's something here about doing some sort of work with angels to clear especially your lower chakras of any attachments, any cords, any hooks, any bindings. And you've also got here, look, explore your depths and call on angels. Someone's doing an angel course as well, or someone is considering doing some sort of course that works with energies from different realms, whether that is doing a tarot course or a Reiki course or looking into alternative healing methods. And you're being encouraged to keep looking down that, because it says explore your depths. And something about past life regression as well, because you've also got here when organising like for like and explore your depths. Someone's also being asked to go through that cupboard, go through that wardrobe, go through those drawer sets that, you know, you just throw everything into, because everyone has it in their kitchen, that one drawer that has everything in it. So it has needles, it has, you know, sewing needles, it has batteries, it might have plasters in there. You might find, you know, a fresh toothbrush that hasn't been taken out of its packet yet. Everyone has that drawer of stuff. Someone's being asked to clear out the clutter, to start organising something, because there's a blockage here in someone's abundance. There's something to do with finances, and it's to do with the feng shui in someone's home, as well as the connections to different energy centres, because you've also got, look, multiple streams of income and explore your depths. Now this links back to that lack of motivation or feeling overwhelmed, because I heard things are going to change, and there's going to be growth really quickly for someone here. And the advice that's coming through, or the encouragement that's coming through, is to start getting your house in order, whether that's your physical house, whether that is your finances, whether it is the ideas that you've had and you've been sitting on for a while when it comes to creativity. You need to start getting your house into order. And when I say that, I don't just mean sitting down and writing a list, because we stay in planning mode for a very long time. And when you stay in planning mode for an extremely long time, it becomes procrastination. And that's when we start fearing coming out of our comfort zone. There's something here about get that ball moving. So if it is that you are a painter, that you start painting again. And if you are painting, that you start connecting with social media or with other outlets, with LinkedIn, whoever that is, to get your work out there, because something's going to change exponentially and very soon. Okay, because it says call on angels and multiple streams of income. Someone also needs to clear someone needs to clear a blockage in their bank account. Now I say this on some of my readings because it definitely comes through that there may be a hex, a curse, or whatever that's been attached to someone's abundance, in that if there is any money wounds, if anyone is working overtime, especially when it comes to their solar plexus, because your solar plexus is your place of personal power and joy. It's where your wounded child and your inner child live. You know, it's the place of absolute simple pleasures just because they're fun. It's also the place of our passions lead, of how we light ourselves up. It's that raw energy. And if you are being depleted there, how can we then manifest more abundance if we do not have time for ourselves to heal, to grow, to connect to the things that we love? because I heard a gratitude list for someone. But with angels coming out, there's also a need here for someone to cleanse any negative biases, any attachments from timelines past, and any external energy that has been projected, because there's definitely energy being projected from someone or something into your energy field, into this light one's energy field. Because I'm seeing like in the Matrix, when there's those, I can't remember what they're called, when Neo and whatever her name is, they're in that little ship and they're having to hide from those weird looking robot things with one eye that come in, and they, you know, they cut open their spaceship or whatever, and then they have to use the EMF thingy-bob to kill them. There's something here about something hooking in, and it's definitely to do with the solar plexus. Okay, because it says ponder your blessings, and it's upside down, and multiple streams of income. Now with ponder your blessings upside down, this is also saying that if you are getting a lot of offers, especially dependent on what industry you're in, if you've been given offers for a promotion, or you've been given offers to work somewhere else, or you've been given offers to expand on what it is that you do. So for example, if you have your own YouTube channel, or you have, you know, you advertise your work on social media in any way, which way or form, and you're getting offers coming in, with that ponder your blessings in reverse, and then having multiple streams of income, this is also the message that's come out in other readings. Make sure that when you are going through your emails, or you're having meetings and things like that, that you're really weighing up which ones would be beneficial to you, and then reading the energy. Use your discernment. Do not lead with fear, okay, or insecurity, in which ones are actually going to be beneficial for you, which ones are too good to be true and have a red flag on them, and which ones just wouldn't work for you, okay. And it says believe you are magic and multiple streams of income. Now this card for me has more than one meaning, because this is also like a warlock. Okay, so this is a warlock energy of believe you are magic and multiple streams of income. Someone is definitely trying to manipulate through illusions offers that come towards you, okay, while they're doing this to certain energy points, to get that lack of motivation, or to feel overstressed or overwhelmed, so that when this offer comes forward, you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've needed. I need to pay that bill off, or I need to, you know, do this, this and this, so this is the offer that I want. And you've also got leave room for whimsy, okay. Leave room for whimsy is your imagination. Someone here is being asked to do some sort of manifestation, some sort of words of power, excuse me, prayer, clearing transmission for their email account, okay. Now I don't actually hold or have a clearing transmission for your email account, but I am quite happy to have a look online and see if there are any clearing transmissions for emails, for tech and stuff like that. And you know, if that's something that interests you or resonates with you, just send me an email and I will check for you, and if there is one, I can send it. However, you have to realize that the ones that I do advertise, like, you know, there's a clearing transmission for your home, I've used those ones already myself, okay, which is why I will say test and try this one out. But when it comes to emails and when it comes to tech and things like that, I've never used any of those before. So if you do ask me and I find something, I will pick something that energetically feels right, but you need to use your discernment, okay. But there's something here about visualizing. Why am I hearing the violet fire? Leave room for whimsy and you will get through this. This is also to do with your solar plexus. Leave room for whimsy also reminds me of like a child and how they play and how they use their imagination. So someone here is being asked to connect with their inner child, whether that is for healing or whether that is just to go with the flow and have fun. There's something here about laughter, and it's going back to the start about looking at a timeline that was really fun for you when you were a child, because I know that on my readings sometimes it can be quite heavy, and it's usually talking about go back to your timeline when you were a child, find the bits that really hurt and heal, and we should do that. But there's also something here with going back to a timeline that was really fun for you, or a memory that was really fun that included either, you know, the people that you grew up with or the person that you felt safe with when you were a child. There's something about using that, like for example, if someone says, what is your safe space? Find a memory that makes you feel alive, makes you feel loved, makes you feel happy. It could be a memory that makes you laugh. There's something here about going back to that and using that as part of healing, okay? Because if someone's trying to attach something to your solar plexus, which is about your personal power and joy, finding something that really lights you up, because I keep seeing someone like flicking through YouTube, looking at videos of kittens, or looking at, you know, videos of, you know, animals being rescued, for example. Find something that really lights you up, because I had switch off the news. Because you've also got take the time and leave room for whimsy. Now these colours as well, with a lot of blue in here, this is going back to that clear quartz in reverse and the kyanite in reverse. Someone is, and I heard incessantly, constantly, and this may be somebody just constantly thinking about you, or thinking about, you know, the person you're thinking about, another light one or your divine counterpart, and constantly berating or going, they didn't do that well, they didn't do this well, or they think they can do this, blah 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 blah, just constantly ruminating bitterness, okay? And it's exuding from their heart chakra, which is already closed, and they're sending that. They're sending it, because I'm seeing a black candle, but one of those candles that when you light it, it's black on the outside and it looks like it's bleeding, it's got red on the inside, and they're just talking all negativity, like stagnancy. And there's someone there coaching them, because I can see someone sitting at a table staring at this candle, and there's someone next to it, almost like if I'm sitting here, there's someone standing here, like telling them and saying, well, say it again, say it again, say it again. And they're just repeating over and over and over, and like really petty things. Also, like, I hope that one of your trouser legs is always shorter than the other. That, you know, the way that you walked when your hips hurt, I hope that happens forever, and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. And they're trying to attach it here, and there seems to be the encouragement to counteract that with your words of power of revocation. But also, whenever you're feeling like that you're getting a bit of a slump or that you are then going back to that happy thought or that happy memory or that happy timeline. And if that means, you know, going and watching the program that made you laugh or made you feel really good, or going and getting some photographs out of whatever it was and remembering that and using that as safe space. And I don't mean that as a, you know, you go and hide in that memory, but you use that to uplift your energy while you're doing your words of prayer, while you're doing your words of affirmation and power, and while you're cleansing your home and stuff like that, to keep those vibrations up. And you're more or less going to be sending it back to whoever's doing this while still being in a really beautiful balanced place, okay? Because look, this is my narcissist card. This person, whoever it is, and it says on here, it's not even about you. Fine. And then over here, you've got leave room for whimsy. Someone is looking back into their childhood. Now, you've got to remember, this person, you may know this person. This could be a sibling, a cousin, a family member, or you may not know this person at all. And they've just decided, well, I want what you have, and I'm going to look at all the crap things that have happened in my life. I'm going to go all the way back, because this is the energy that I'm getting that they're being coached to do, is find the most disempowering time in their life that hurt them most, and then to send that over to a light one. Send it over, keep sending it. With that narcissist card coming out, it really is, I want what you have. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to feel no remorse about it. So you've also got here, live in the moment and leave room for whimsy. Yeah, so they're looking back into the past. So I heard cords attached, hurrah. So whoever this person is trying to get their hooks into a light one. Shine some light on it. Now this is also telling me, especially if I put this over here, if there is anything that is niggling, stressing, overwhelming you, or the person that you're thinking of, shine a light on it. And that doesn't mean that you have to sit down and do a massive counselling session with yourself, especially if you're too tired to do so. But it is saying, sit down just for a moment, even if you have got a really busy household, you've got kids running about, and just say, what is this stress? Whose energy is this? Is this my energy? Even if you're in the middle of washing up, having to put this away, or you're at work and you're busy, putting that hand there and just going, is this my energy? Because you're either going to get a big fat yes it is, or no it isn't. And if you get a big fat yes it is, even just saying, I've recognised it's here, you're going to be okay, we're going to move this. It's enough in recognising it and shining a light on it, okay? And taking that moment to imagine those roots of yours going down into the earth and that energy slowly seeping down. And it may not get rid of it straight away, but the more you do that, the more you're going to be recognizing changes in your energy field. And if it says, no, it's not yours, verbally just saying, this is not my energy, I send it back to where it came from, okay? And it says, look, you will get through this. Every breath can be a new beginning. Take in that deep breath. Anything else on this deck? One from the top, middle, shuffle. Okay. Let's see what wants to come out. And we've got think new, see fresh, and learn to defend yourself. Okay. So there's this energy that's coming through. You're being told to up your wards. Whether that is that you sleep with, you know, like I said, a clear quartz and an obsidian underneath your pillow to magnify that, so that anything that is sent towards you is absorbed by those crystals and not by you, okay? Because the thing is as well is that when we come home from a really busy day, you know, and it could have been really, really stressful. If you're a stay-at-home parent, you've been in your home most of the day, or you've had to go out and do errands. When you get to that point where you sit down and you're about to go to bed, if you're ruminating through this energy, or you've got that energy coming from your heart space or all the lower chakras, not shining a light on it, even just to say, do you know what, I feel you, this is not mine, I'm sending it back. You then marinate in that for 8 hours, 10 hours, however long you sleep. Okay, so think new and see fresh. And then over here, learn to defend yourself. Someone here needs to do some sort of cleansing, okay? Or they need to place in certain verbal invocations for cleansing their aura or chakra before they go to sleep. And that can be as small, and it doesn't have to just be verbal. It could be taking a shower and imagining all the gunk of the day, all of the negative words that you've heard, all of the stresses, people expecting this from you, but you couldn't, you know, you may have 10 different things that people are expecting you to do, and you only get 2 done because it's been so busy. It's that weight of that, oh my gosh, I still have those 8 things to do. Or whatever's being projected over here onto you is when you get in that shower and you imagine that white light coming out of your shower, shining all over you, and you know, that gunk being black and going down the plug hole. Doing that every day, those visualizations, that's our third eye. That is strengthening your aura. This is going to help you to learn to, this is going to help to defend you against whatever it is that's being projected. Okay, now go out on a limb and think new, see fresh, especially when it comes to red jasper. There's something here about holding onto an old routine that no longer resonates or isn't working, because you've got here use your words, and words came out just after learn to defend yourself. There is something within your routine, whether that is your working mundane routine or your spiritual practice of how you protect yourself, whether that's if you channel, if you're a tarot reader, if you're a witch, if you use divination, or if you just use prayer, for example. There's something here about changing the words that you use, or empowering the words that you use in a slightly different way, because whoever this person is, with this energy of coming from the solar plexus to do with your inner child, this person may either know you, or they've tried to attach to you in a way so that they can read how you use your revocations. And I heard yes. And with that red coming out again, they're trying to remove your foundations. They're looking at your finance, your abundance, but also how you go forward, your faith. Your faith is the thing that, you know, that keeps us, it's what keeps you protected the most is your faith. Okay, because when you don't have faith in yourself, then you're an easier target, you're easier to grab onto, because when you don't have faith in yourself, it means that you don't have faith that you can heal either. Okay, and you know, even if you look at your faith in anything higher, when there's nothing there, when you know this, because I heard the word nihilism, someone is trying to push the energy of nihilism onto a light one, so that they believe in nothing, so that it doesn't matter, you know, life is not worth living. Because you've got, look, live in the moment and use your words. Someone's looking at the past, at how you've spoken, how you've used your revocations, how you stand in your light, and they're trying to see whether or not there's been, if you've evolved from those words, or if you still use the same words, and they're trying to attach to your words. That's crazy, because you've also got tell your friends your goals upside down and use your words. There's something here also with you saying something to a friend, and that goes back to that that post that I was reading on Facebook about, you know, giving advice to a friend and then kicking off with the fact that either you've, you know, hit the nail on the head of what the solution is, or you've triggered something within them that means they feel like they need to defend a wound. Something's been said, and whoever this person is that's projecting this, they do not want to deal with the ramifications of their own actions. So this is the reason they're now trying to attach to you or to a light one to break down your defenses in how you are protected by the divine, by your own auric, you know, your own auric shield, by your protectors, by your highest resonance light team members, because they don't like that you've hit the nail on the head on something that you said, something that you spoke, or something that you did, because it's actually shining a light on their wounds, or how they see that they are inept in something, okay? But with tell your friends your goals, this is also to do with creativity, because we were talking at the start about abundance and abundance blocks, but there is definitely an expansion coming. I can feel it. There's some sort of expansion coming, which is why you were told to get your house in order. Make sure you are energy checking the people that are around you. And I'm not saying that you need to energy check out of fear or paranoia, but use your discernment and lead with your intuition, because with this upside down, tell your friends your goals. You're being told to be quiet about anything that you are creating, something new that you are creating. And look, leave room for whimsy. This is to do with your information and your like your intellectual information, intellectual property, creative ideas that you have. Do not share that with other people until it's ready to be birthed, until you've got that patent that you need, or you've got that insurance, or you've got that watermark, or you've got whatever it is that makes it so that they cannot steal it. Because the last reading that I did was actually about a copycat and someone trying to copy you, okay? And whoever it is, there's someone here that may be close to you, or someone that is placing a mask of being a friend, whether that is to you or to others, while speaking about you. Just be aware, because it says self-care and leave room for whimsy. You're also being told to make sure that you're taking care of your mental health. And again, I am not a therapist, but this is just coming also, it's coming from the divine and your ancestors, but from me as well. Make sure that you are taking time for yourself. Make sure you are. If you are tired and you have, let's say, 5 things that you have to get in the day, if you can only get 3 and those 2 other things can wait, let them wait. Okay, unless it's life and death, let them wait. Take some time for yourself, have that bubble bath, go and sit down and read a book, switch the TV off, you know, come off of social media for however many hours and take some time for yourself. Okay, because for someone here, someone just needs some sleep. And you've also got buck convention and leave room for whimsy. Now the buck convention for me is almost like passing the buck, not taking responsibility. But with it being this way, this is giving me high priest or high priestess energy of, you know, the responsibility that we have to ourselves, that we have to the collective consciousness. And with leave room for whimsy, this is also talking about our connection to the divine, to our divine feminine energy as well, of how we create and how we connect. And someone here is being asked to make sure that they are upping their revocations or changing certain things, because there is something that's coming forward. And now that expansion is definitely coming in through abundance, but there's information that needs to be shared with you or with the person you're thinking of, another light one or your divine counterpart. But that can only happen if you have time, if that makes sense, or if you have space within yourself to get that. So whoever this person is that's sending this towards you, they don't want you to get that information. They don't want you to have that connection. They don't want you to have that expansion. So this is why taking care of ourselves, taking care of our mental health, our well-being, our body is so important, okay? Look, call upon angels has come out again, but convention, responsibility. There is something they really want to let you know. Anything else that wants to come out of this deck? Okay. What needs to be said? Please and thank you, please and thank you. Because I heard calm down, you'll get it in time. Okay? If somebody has to pay something, or someone's waiting to receive something, and whatever it is that your action does, it then it saves either, why am I hearing it saves your home, or it saves your business, or there's something that you do that you have to do at a certain time, And if you do it within that certain time, then the result of that will be beneficial for you. So it's looking at, you know, getting some sort of cashier's check into the bank on time, or paying off a certain bill in time so they don't cut off lights, or, you know, I know that we're coming up to Christmas and Thanksgiving and things like that, so it may be ordering something in time. You're being told, don't worry, it's all going to come, you're going to get that in time. You're going to be okay, because you've got continue and take the time. Now continue upside down. Someone's trying to rush an ending, okay? Whoever it is that's projecting is trying to rush an ending for you. Because look, take time here, shine a light and take care of yourself, coming back to your solar plexus. Someone wants you to rush. Someone wants you to always be lagging just a bit behind, or going, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I have to do all these things. I won't get it done. So that you don't shine a light on this. And continue over here. Go out on a limb. Think new, see fresh, and continue. Someone's trying to stop this offer or email or something coming forward for you. Now, what have we got here? We've got try something new without expectations, and it's in reverse. And you've also got music has what you need. If you are a music creator, or you get your clairaudience and you kind of, you know, get your downloads through what people say through music, through, you know, listening to TV or, you know, audio podcasts and things like that, they're also trying to block this off for you. Because try something new without expectations is upside down, and you have learned to defend yourself, fear nothing, and then it comes into your sacral chakra. Ooh, this is something to do with your womb, and that's irrespective of gender, male, female, you know, pronouns he, she, or them, because you've got learn to defend yourself, fear nothing, and it's over here with this color. This is your creation. This is something to do with creative projects. Yeah, look, and music has what you need. Where do you want me to put this one? Over here. I've been told to put it over here. Defend someone here. If you are creating music, or you are a musician of any sort, whether you play an instrument or you sing, or, you know, you like to sing, or you use your voice or your words, there's something here about whatever you are creating, you need to either trademark it, or you need to do something to make sure that no one steals your music, okay? Because this is about creative flow. And try something new without expectation. They're hoping that you don't do this, okay? There's something that you need to do, especially with your words. Call upon your angels, okay? Because they're going to give you extremely good advice. Get out of your own way is upside down. Your angels are more or less saying that you're on the right path. You have to keep doing what you're doing. When it comes to your creative endeavors, you're going to know more than anyone else what your next step is. And there's something here with procrastination, or trying to place a block so that you don't. So like almost like waking up in the morning and going, oh my gosh, I've got 17,000 things to do. How am I going to get them all done? And kind of getting that freeze, you know, the fight, flight, or freeze, and going, I'm just going to clean the house instead. Oh, I'm going to do this drawing, or I'm going to go out for a walk, or I'm going to do the shopping, and not actually doing any of the things, especially when it comes to creativity. Knowing that if you just sit down and start, it will flow, it will flow, it will flow, it will flow. But you're being told to call upon your angels, because they want to give you something to protect that creative project, or your creative flow, or whatever it is that you're working on right now. Because you've also got one small change, and it's upside down. Call upon your angels, because whoever this person is trying to block you from doing so that you don't make that small change. Because I heard that small change will bring an exponential growth, okay? In abundance, in creativity. And you've got to remember that abundance is what you see it as, because abundance can be prosperity, wealth, it can be money and finance, but it could be an abundance of, you know, more, why did I hear poetry? Or someone is a lyricist. There's something here with the abundance not just being about multiple streams of income, it is, but something else, the growth in how you birth that creativity and how ideas come to you. One small change. With this as well, this is also telling me there's something here about childhood. Believe you are magic. Someone's trying to block this. You definitely have a warlock in here who is either doing root work. I heard something to do with your kundalini. And then you've got focus on one thing at a time, and you will get through this. They're throwing as much as they can, and rather than looking at, let's say, just doing root work or just doing, you know, blocks on your crown chakra, you have more than one energy here, because I'm getting like the energy of depression. Now, I don't know if someone here suffers from depression or if this is the energy that's being sent. And again, I'm not a therapist, please remember that. And if you do suffer from depression, please make sure that you are reaching out to those who can help support you with that before taking any of the advice you have in here. With that being said, the energy that's coming through is that you have a feminine energy and you also have a warlock, okay? And I heard working with others in shifts, working with others in shifts. And I heard you are not the only one. So they're not just doing this to you, they're doing this to others. And I'm seeing that black candle because I heard witch in training or in training. But they're looking at different energy points. And I heard all of them. And some of them have more niggles or wounds than others, which is why, you know, they're being affected in a certain way. Because this warlock is giving me, especially with the root, this not just working on the root, they're working on the root and the crown chakra, or the root and the third eye. And I heard, no, the crown. So this person here is working with stability and with connection. And then you have somebody else here who is working on the solar plexus to do with your personal power and joy. And then over here, and I heard she has these two, is working with your sacral chakra as well with, again, that's your motivation, your success, family ties, looking into childhood. That's why they link in together. And the heart space, who's working on the heart space? Mull it over. Because look at that, you've got 3 people there. And it says focus on one thing at a time. Each person has a specific area that they're supposed to be working on while you sleep. Look at that. That's to whoever this person is. It's not just your heart space. They're linking your heart space to your abundance, okay? Because the thing is, the way that that woman is holding her hand to her chin, they're trying to figure out how they attach something to how you receive compliments, how you receive love, because you give it out so freely. You give it out unconditional love. And they know that they can't do anything about that. So they're now looking at how you receive it. And it's as little as when someone gives you a compliment, how do you feel about that compliment? Are you able to take it? And when I say take it, as in, well, thank you very much. You know, someone might say, I love your hair. And you go, well, thanks very much. Or do you say, oh, I got it cut here and it only cost that much? Because if you're doing the latter, you downplay that compliment, because it's almost like saying, well, I'm not worthy of that compliment. I have to let them know that it's this, this, and this. And there's something here about mulling over, because look, focus on one thing at a time. Them trying to get you to do the opposite, while they each are looking at one thing and working together, okay? And this is definitely linked to your abundance. It's linked to your growth. It's linked to how you create, how you bring in multiple streams of income. What advice do you have for my lovely light ones in regards to this? Butt convention. It's, do you know what? It's sending it back. This is just sending it back, because the butt convention isn't, you know, not taking responsibility for something. But this came up before, saying that you are a high priest or high priestess. So this is knowing that, you know, just because someone's sending something, we don't have to hold on to that. Even if they are trying to overwhelm us, it's taking that moment and going, this isn't mine. I'm sending this straight back to you. I'm sending this straight back. Look, forgive. Now, this is to do with your heart space. This is also looking at things like the that Hawaiian chant, Ho'oponopono. And I used that many, many, many years ago when I worked in a really stressful work environment. It was a very toxic, busy, stressful work environment. And it was when we were going through the first wave of COVID. And so I was always wearing a mask, and I would just be repeating it underneath the mask over and over and over. And it brought such a sense of calm that no matter what was being thrown at me, I just had to say it a couple of times, and vroom, I went straight back to being balanced. And when they threw it again, I'd do it again. So there's something here about working with your heart space, especially on how you receive compliments, how you receive love, how you receive support, okay? And you've got to remember, if you are someone that has grown up having to be self-efficient, having to be independent, not because you wanted to, but because you were put in a situation when you were younger, and this will only resonate for some, when you were younger, where you had to be self-sufficient, where you had to look after yourself, either because of neglect, because you were ignored, or because you were supporting others, and you had to grow up a lot quicker than you should have, or just because, you know, you were left to your own devices. And there's no judgment from me whatsoever. You grow up kind of going, well, I don't need help from anyone else because I've done it myself for so long. You know, there's something here with looking at that, at softening that hard wall that we have in how we receive love. Because many of us, when we are empaths and we become very astute to how other people are feeling, how other people are acting, we take on that stance of being the nurturer, being the mother, being the father figure, even when we grow up into adults. And then when someone goes, well, I like what you're wearing, or I really want to help you out, or I want to do this, we may accept it, but we may feel uncomfortable about doing so. Or we may say, I don't need that whatsoever. And I think the advice here is saying, especially while all of this is being thrown towards a light one, whether that is you, the person you're thinking of, or another light one, that having a look at your heart space, okay? Because the thing is, with the roots and the solar plexus and the stuff like that, they're throwing all these things, but the one that seems to be at the moment the most important, if that makes sense, is looking at how you receive love, how you look at how you receive support. Because if there is a heart wall there, or if there is something that is blocking it because we've done it for so long out of protection, you're being asked to look at that. Because when you soften that wall, and when you start looking at where those wounds have come from in the first place, are you still holding on to them? How do I get it so that I don't feel uncomfortable in receiving love? All the rest of this isn't going to matter. It's not going to matter, because if you are at a point where you've healed that wound and you are receiving and receiving and receiving and giving and giving and giving, whatever it is they're trying to do with your foundations, whatever it is they're trying to do with your solar plexus, it's not going to work. It will not in any way, shape or form, because you're ready to love, you're ready to give, and you're ready to receive that love, whether that's coming from another person or whether that's coming from your guides and the advice that they give you. And I'm not saying that you're not doing that right now. This is for someone in specific, because again, with this music and what do you need and butt convention, someone here is also they're looking at, there's almost like a group activity of, you know, there's maybe why am I getting 5? Because I heard earth, air, fire, water and spirit. Okay, so this is definitely a coven of some sort, and there's 5 and each represents each one of them, and they're working, yeah, and there's something here about them working together as a group. But they're, especially with mulling over, they're still trying to work out what the heart wound may be, because you're walking so much in your heart space, in how you connect with the divine through your heart space. But there's something hidden there, and everyone has that. This is not me singling out someone and going, you're not healed, rah, 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 rah. We all have a heart wound, we all do, and because healing is a life's journey, it's not a day's work. But there's something here with them not knowing what that wound is and trying to figure that out, because it links to your abundance. And if you have any blocks there, or if you have any challenges when it comes to your finances, and you're being asked to look here specifically, and not to worry about these, but just to take time, especially if you are feeling like you have that ball of stress here. That ball of stress here is taking 5 minutes, shining a light on what it is, because they are trying to get you to speed up and not make that change. And that change, all of these link again to your heart space, because no matter what it is that they're trying to do with your root, what they're trying to do with your solar plexus, if you have a balanced heart space, that is like the center for all the other ones, okay? And when you're centered here, it's a lot easier to be centered down here. Anything else? Find a little divinity in yourself. There you go, and leave room for whimsy. You're also being told, while you're doing this heart space work and while you're looking at this, that you are taking time to do something that makes you smile, even if it's just once a day, because it's almost like a gratitude list. Take time once a day, even if it's just to watch one video of kittens licking each other, or, you know, whatever it is that makes you smile or go, oh, that's cute, or makes you laugh. Okay, Even if it's just one video, 4 or 5 minutes. Take that time for yourself every day, because as they're sending this, it's just going to raise your vibrations bit by bit by bit. Take that one small and make that one small change. Okay, because you've got leave room for whimsy, and then you've got that narcissist, because that's the energy that's coming over from them. Because I heard, she's a bitch, how did she know? She's a bitch, how did she know? Now let me see, this one or this one? That one. This one. Look at that. Can you believe that? Right underneath. Laugh. Okay, and on the back of it, it says, where the F is your sense of humour. Okay, and you've also got, if you think someone is lying, they are. This is also telling you to be very aware of your environment. So whether that's your work environment, your home environment, the relationship that you're in, you know, anything like that. If you're reading someone's energy and it feels like it's off, then it's off, you know, and you don't need to be around that person. If you're working with that person, fine, I get it. But make sure that when you're going home, you're having that shower, or you're doing that spiritual, you know, ritual, or you're doing whatever it is to get that person's funk out of your hair. And you've also got here, get the F out of your head, and it's upside down. So that's, again, confirmation of this one, because it says here, get in your heart, it misses you. This person, whoever this person is over here, especially in the solar plexus, this person is trying to attach to your energy in that way because they're jealous of the energy that you hold, okay? Now, with it saying get the F out of your head and get into your heart, this person has a massive heart wall or heart block. And that is what they're trying to attach to how you receive love, okay? And it says you need a big effing hug. Why are all these stuck together? Squeeze me. Let me have a look. It says you need a big effing hug, squeeze. There's something here with feeling lonely as well. And if anyone is feeling lonely, make sure you are reaching out to your loved ones, okay? And not all of us have you know, a massive circle of friends or have lots of people they can reach out to and stuff like that. And remember, you know, I have an email there. I'm always a listening ear. I don't always get to answer everyone's emails, but if anyone is feeling lonely and they need just someone to listen to, you are more than welcome to email me, okay? You are loved. Because whoever this person is definitely sending this, and this is heart space again. You are here for a reason, don't F it up. And I told you, this person has the energy of nihilism, and that's what they're trying to send towards you. And it says here, you tight ass, loosen the F up, control freaks don't get laid. So this person is also a warrior when it comes to their money. They're a warrior when it comes to their money. Music has what you need, fear nothing, and buck convention. If I put this here, now I've been told to put it over here, go out on a limb. Think new, see fresh, okay? Loosen up, control freaks don't get laid. There's something here with this person over here. He definitely holds the others over like a whip and chain, if that makes sense. Because you've got get some effing sleep. I told you someone here needs to sleep, man. You are being an ASS because you are effing tired. Face to pillow now, all right? Someone also suffers from insomnia or has issues with sleeping, and when they sleep they may not dream. Now I don't know if that is you, another light one, or if this is the person that's sending this towards you, because they've definitely been blocked off from the astral realm. This person over here, that's why continues upside down as well. Oh me, oh my. Because you've got, you are talented and effing amazing. And then here it says the world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb-ish. And I want to place this here. He or she, and I'm getting he does not like the way that you speak, the things that you say, because you're actually outing this person and their limited capabilities to heal, because this person sees themselves as very, very powerful, and the fact that they've had to have a group, an actual full coven, doing this to you or doing this to another light one, and it's not gaining the results they thought it would, is embarrassing this person, like big time, big time. And it says believe what you see, face reality, or live in effing la la land. Choose bravely. okay? This person is in a fantasy land, and this person may be quite, I heard like delusions of grandeur. They have delusions of grandeur about themselves. And with this here saying face reality or live in effing la la land, this person is being outed for their own delusions, and they're seeing their delusions as being delusions because they haven't been able to get you to become submissive to them. Because you've got, look, exactly, F fear, fear nothing. And it says here, it will lie to your face. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, whatever it is that you feel like you can't do or that you don't have the capabilities to do, know that that is someone encouraging your fear to grow. And know that that is part of your shadow aspect as well, because you are a beautiful, spiritual, what's the word, high vibrational human being. You can do anything that you set your mind to, because you've got here rebel. Yeah, this person's trying to stop you from rebelling, and also that is to do with your 11th house in Aquarius. That is your social status, that is your social circles, that's your friends, okay? And you've also got here, step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like arse. Eat some yummy-ish bacon, chocolate, beer. Get some. And it's upside down. So someone here, this is going back to the 6th house at the start, and someone being very trying to mess with someone's health. And with it being upside down, you're being told also you are allowed to have a cheat day, especially if you are eating a specific way. You are allowed to have a cheat day. You are allowed to sit down and watch TV and have some ice cream, for example, okay? Because it says here, rebel because F it. Who is this for? Wow, what a reading. And it says here also, you need a good effing cry, okay? If you are feeling quite overwhelmed or overstressed, I read on like another deck that I've got it in the other room. I wish I'd brought it through. It was saying that tears are a connection to God, or tears are a connection to the divine, because it's a release. It's an emotional relief, or a release, or it is a relief after you've cried. If you feel like you need to, then cry, seriously. If that means, if you're getting overwhelmed or overstressed or overburdened by the things that you're going through at the moment, you're full within your rights to go. If you're with other people and you want to do it by yourself, that you go in the other room and you have a cry. Seriously, release that energy, release that tension. Now, anything else that wants to come out? The last bit that came out, and I just saw it on this side. It says here, they broke your heart, F them. But this is a double meaning. Whoever this person is, they feel justified. And I'm getting it from this person, but I'm also getting it from over here, because I don't know if this is like a family friend, if this is a sibling, if this is a family member that you no longer speak to, or that you have removed from your life because of the dysfunctionality that was there in that relationship. But what I am getting is, one, for you, especially if you are going through something where you are removing these cords, or when you think of this person, it brings up that energy. And whoever this person is, they're feeling like they were unjustly removed, if that makes sense, because this person doesn't wish to do the healing. But you've also got this toxic masculine energy over here, who feels embarrassed that they have they've almost had to have a look at themselves, and they've never done that before. They've always been able to kind of not only place a mask on their face to other people, but place a mask on their face to themselves, okay? Because who wants to look at all of the mess that they've made, all of the people that they've hurt, and all the things that they are accountable for? They've never wanted to do that. And there's something about your energy, your aura, the way that you speak, the way you hold yourself, and the way that you go forward through those towers, through those dark moments, and still come out strong, and still come out with hope and with optimism and with faith. And it's made this person, because the thing is, in some of my other readings, it talks about, you know, even though these people are doing this, there's a part of them that they're quiet about, that actually they are inspired by this light one. Because it's not just about this light one being able to rise after they fall, but it's what they speak and what they say because you may see yourself as a light worker, you may resonate with that word, you may label yourself as something different, but the whole point of a light worker is that we light, you know, we shine the light on the parts of us that hurt, that are in our recesses and our shadow, because the more that we can shine, the more that we can light ourselves up, the more we can inspire others to do the same. Okay, we don't do it for them, we shine that light on the path to help them find their path and inspire themselves to light up, so they can inspire other people to light up. And even those who are in darkness, they were never born in darkness, they weren't created from darkness, they were created with the same light that we have, and they chose to move away from it, which means they still have it in them. And I am not saying that in any way that I condone what they're doing, but it's that yin and yang. When you look at yin and yang, each one of them has a dot, doesn't it? One has the dark dot and one of them has the light dot, which shows that even in light there is still a possibility for chaos, and when we are in dark there's still a possibility for light. And this person over here with this, you know, that card of F them coming out, and on the other side, you know, they broke your heart, this person is also being made aware of their own pain, and they don't like it. They don't like having to look at this, and they're seeing themselves as being justified in what they're doing, because you are outing them, their human side, you're outing their human vulnerable side. So this is the reason why now you have a full coven, rather than just having one person here or one person there, or three, you know, three witches sisters, three. It's now a full coven working on this, because now this is personal. This is, you know, you're outing me for who I actually am, and it's not only embarrassing me in front of these ladies that I'm supposed to be cavorting over, but you're also outing me to myself, and I don't like it. Now, one or two? This one. Okay, let's have a look. You miss someone. See, this is someone that you've kind of cut away or removed yourself from, but they are definitely trying to hide themselves from you. And there's also this confusion coming from this person, or coming from this person, with how were you able to do that? How are you able to put such a massive block up that I haven't been able to attach to you as much as I want to? Because even though I was talking about the Matrix and that scene where they attach onto the ship, you've also got release your power. So yes, they've been trying to get their claws in, and they're trying to stop you from actually having this expansion and this up level, but it's happening anyway. And the fact that, you know, I kept getting the card saying call upon your angels, and the advice that was coming up was literally just to go online and look for something that makes you laugh or uplifts you while you're doing your cleansing and you're doing your, you know, spiritual baths or showers. Shows that this person, whoever it is that's trying to attach to your solar plexus, if all that is needed is to think happy thoughts and to, you know, find a good timeline, whatever it is that they're using to try and hook back into you is weak. It's weak. It's almost like a child not wanting their parent to go to work, so they grab hold of their leg, you know, and all you've got to do is pick them up and move them to the side. It's that energy that's coming through. And you've got on here, please don't lose hope, and love is strange. And it's in reverse. This is coming down to this person. I think this person is now realizing their frailty or the fragility of themselves, and also their obsession with this light one, that they literally have no chance. There is no chance that this light one will take them in or would forgive them in the way that they wish to be forgiven, for them to heal. And it's not saying that, you know, because each of us are on different paths when it comes to how we how we grow, how we heal, and how we forgive others. You know, so I'm not saying that you have to forgive every single person that has hurt you, because it's your path to walk, and you decide who you forgive and who you don't, and how you move forward. But this person over here, there's some sort of mentality in them thinking that if this light one was to forgive them, this light one may actually open up their heart to love them. But at the same time, this person, as much as there's that yin and yang of that dark having that light dot in them, and they can have that light and they can move over to the light with that little dot, the little dark dot in them, it's almost like this person has been comfortable in taking and hurting for so long and being in that delusion, that even though they would love to have actual genuine love, they wouldn't know what to do with that. So them coming forward is more of them wanting you to love them in the way that all these other women do, which is submissive, which is, you know, you are my subject. They're now realizing that is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Because you've got, look, guidance, but where will it lead you? And ghost people. This person has been trying to get advice from their own ancestors on what they could do to change that, and they were given the wrong advice, or they had some sort of seance or went to someone for advice and it didn't work because their dreams have gone dark, whether it's dark in that it's been scary for them, or they're just not seeing anything. Because you've got here a powerful energy shift. They've realized that they wouldn't be able to stop you. Okay, and that's what they want right now. Look, voodoo, back off, and you miss someone. Whatever it was that they sent towards you, it didn't work. It was just sent back. Look, clean up time, and you miss someone. Whoever did that cord removal, whoever done that revocation, whoever did the spiritual practice that is within your path to remove negativity, to remove stagnancy, to remove cords or bindings or hooks, it worked. It worked. Yeah, look, your sensuality is beautiful and clear up. It was sent straight back. So this person now sees it as personal, like you broke their heart, or this light one broke their heart. Look, release your power and your energy is beautiful. They were trying to bind themselves, or bind, no, they were trying to bind you to them. They want, because I heard, they want subordination. They want you to be there, to be submissive to them. Holding on way too tight. And you miss someone, and it's in reverse. That binding, it bound them. It bound them, or it did something. Because you've got cleanup time upside down as well. And you've also got, yeah, look, intoxication, distorted view, and overindulgence. And then you've also got what comes around. This person's now getting their comeuppance for this. Okay, what's their comeuppance? Please and thank you. Different day. Oh, what's their comeuppance? Kali Ma kicking their butt. Because you've got here, from death comes rebirth. Their comeuppance, or their karma, is actually watching you grow and expand and have these multiple streams of income and offers and opportunities come to you even quicker. Okay, because the whole point of this was to weigh you down, to get it so that you did not feel like you were deserving, to get it so that you felt like you weren't worthy of it, or that you wouldn't want to receive. And all they've done instead is bring in more strong foundations for you, because with that number at the top condensed to 4, this is going back to the root. So this person's been working hard on your root and on your crown chakra. So more or less your first house, as much as it's your 4th house as well, your 1st house and your 12th house, and all they've done is bring in the ending for them being able to attach to you and affect you the way that they want to, and bring in new beginnings for you. Okay, sweet memories and ghost people. This person was trying to, they were trying to put some sort of overwhelming fear in you so that you couldn't find a happy place, that you were always stressed out. But I also am getting the energy that whoever that masculine is was also coaching someone else in how to send those the energy of that memory towards a light one's heart space. Because the thing is, when we access memories, and this is just my opinion, when we access memories, we're not actually accessing the first time we remembered that, or when that happened. We're accessing the memory that of the last time that we remembered that, if that makes sense. So what we hold on to is how we felt, you know, because if it's a happy memory, it's always going to be a happy memory. If it's a sad memory, it's always going to be a sad memory, unless you have someone else who is either trying to manipulate that memory and change it for you. Okay, so there's something here also with trying to access a happy memory or your safe place. And look, guidance, but where will it lead you? And be your true self. Yeah, they're still trying to mess with someone's intuition and how they access, you know, happy memories or happy childhood memories, or things that make them feel happy and make them feel safe, because they're hurt. Okay, but they're hurt from their own actions, not from something that you have done, because you've got healing from heartache upside down. And this comes back to this masculine. Okay, this person's bruised ego. Yeah, look, because they haven't healed. And you've also got heed, wise counsel, and listen. And this person is pushing whoever this feminine energy is to do this, and it's actually taking a massive toll on her now as well. Sweet memories, and the natural world needs you. So you have got a kitchen witch here. A kitchen witch who you may have known and not known they were a kitchen witch. You may have been part of a coven yourself, okay? This could have been part of a prayer group. But whoever this person is uses herbs, okay? And they use anger, they use depression, they use a lot of those volatile energies and emotions that we have, along with certain herbs to, because look, personal power and growth. They use it in what they see as personal power and growth. So this may be a hex, or it may be a curse or a jinx or something along these lines. And there was something they did at Halloween that they thought would help them, because again, it's coming back to this seance. You see clearly clairvoyance, and then you have ghost people and a wonderful idea, aha moment. There's a lot of kickback that's coming from what they did at Halloween, okay? Because look, heed wide counsel and listen. They wish they hadn't. They really wish they hadn't. Anything else that would like to come out? It's time for a treat and heed wide counsel and listen. So this is them trying to, again, come back to blocking you from your angels, blocking you from your guides. Make sure that you are changing up how you do your revocations, your prayers, your words of affirmation, okay? Because look, you've got glamour and intrigue and drama and the power of three little witchy sisters, okay? So that glamour and intrigue, that's an illusion spell. Someone may be trying to glamour themselves as one of your guides and not as one of these dark witches instead. And you've also got here, release your power and a wonderful idea, aha moment. There you go. Something to block your abundance. There's some sort of offer that is definitely coming towards you, or someone that wishes to contact you, and they're trying to block that and bring in that mask or masquerade that they are actually the one that you should be speaking to. Now let me see what else wants to come out. Back off. Someone just needs to return this to sender. They literally need to return it to sender, because it says guidance, but where will it lead you? Make sure that you are doing your return to senders in any which way that feels good for you, and that you are calling on your, you know, elevated ancestors, your the highest resonance light team members, to help you to come together with a new way of doing your prayer, a new way of doing your affirmations, of changing up slightly the routines that you have when you get into the shower, or you get into the bath, or how you energetically clean your home, if that makes sense. Because there's something here about when you change that up, any tiny little hooks that they're trying to place into you will just dissolve, almost like kyanite when you place it in water. Yeah, transitions to the spirit realm. They're definitely trying to block. The thing is as well, that's quite interesting, because I got glamour, intrigue and drama, and then transitions to the spirit realm. Part of this is also a glamour. So if anyone is having issues with dream downloads, say your dreams aren't as vivid as they usually are, or when you usually talk to a photograph of your grandma, if you're clairaudient, you hear words. If something's stopped, there's something here with needing to do some sort of clearing transmission, because it's not even that they have blocked you from your guides, it's that they've put a glamour over it. It's almost like a bubble. They've put a bubble over it, but I heard a weak ass one, because look, invasion, boundaries violated and dominance, and transitions to the spirit realm. Okay, right, with that, I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, because look, intoxication, distorted view and overindulgence has come out, and then you have here an important end and a new beginning. And it's upside down. Someone doing this clearing, it's not so much a cord removal, it's more speaking your words of revocation in a slightly different way, or adding certain things that resonate for you. And it's coming back to crystal. Someone may want to use a semi-precious stone, or they may have a piece of jewelry or an amulet or something that, or, you know, a symbol of power that they wish to add to their words of power, to their words of revocation, which are going to clear this. And by clearing it, it says here an important end and a new beginning, which is going to open those doors for abundance. They're going to open those doors for those connections that need to come in, for those multiple streams of income. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively knew. I know this was a long one. If you are a new face and this actually resonated for you, I'd love you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell so you can see more of my lovely content. If you are a return subscriber, as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your emails. Thank you for your comments. They mean the world. Anyone that feels moved to leave a donation, it's never expected, but it's always greatly appreciated, because it means I can put more time, love and cards into this channel. Anyone that is looking for a personal reading, all of my information is down in the description box below. below, just look for the row of blue arrows pointing up. There's 2 emails there. If you send me an email, I usually get back within 48 hours. If you do not hear from me, send me a prompt email because it puts your email to the top of the list. But with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.